What up, Super Fun Force? Captain Games to end. We're here today with a truly retro unboxing. Star Wars, you see it, Qui-Gon Jinn and Eopie. Hasbro, and let's see if there's a date on this. Ooh, interesting. 2009. Fairly recent, but still, you know, almost like what, a decade and a half away. So what makes this exciting is that I think this is one of the last type of promotional toys that do this. Obviously, there's a lot to keep track of today, but I don't know if anything from Hasbro. You know, I definitely don't see anything from Star Wars or like, you know, Beyblade, or I don't see anything even on the Mattel side of things with He-Man, Masters of the Universe Origins. But just to jump into this, the only way to get this was some kind of mail-away program. Again, you can let me know the details. I think you had to collect the UPCs from various, they don't have a UPSC on, oh, there you go. You know, one of these proof of purchase. Maybe you guys saw in my Naboo Jedi accessory pack, they give you Jedi Master Points. So maybe you collect a certain amount and then you can send those in and you can get this. Now, this is exciting because if you guys have watched the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, this was reintroduced, this creature here. It's kind of like a, well, I guess let me open it up and I'll show you guys. But I think when I first saw it, it made me think of like an anteater camel, which I think is pretty much right on. I don't know if the designers just kind of merged those two together, but you'll see here in a second that it definitely looks like a anteater camel. Now, what makes it special is that, you know, even in the Hasbro Black Series and Vintage line or Vintage Collection, they're not doing many creatures. You know, I think they just did a HasLab Rancor, but even then, there's nothing really in the main line, and it's difficult to just get any additional creatures. We're barely getting play sets and vehicles. And to me, what always made toys and world building and dioramas fun are the other elements, like the creatures, the vehicles, the dioramas. So let's take a look. Oh, looks like we're gonna do it this way. Suds-ah! Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Such a cute, adorable creature. And yes, can't you see it? Wait, let's kind of move his poncho. I like how they take a lot of like Mexican culture, you know, European culture, and even nowadays a lot of Japanese culture for their fashion. But here we go. We have the Eopie. Look at that guy. Adorable. So it does have a solid feel to it, which is great. This also comes with Qui-Gon. I'm not a big fan of Qui-Gon. I mean, he's a cool Jedi. Another pretty much run-of-the-mill do-gooder like Obi-Wan, and obviously Obi-Wan's master. But other than the first Clone Wars, we don't really get much about his character, but he's still a solid Jedi, all in all. And of course, we get the lightsaber. So this is kind of still cool to have. I mean, I forgot that it came with the textile here, the soft cloth textile. So that's actually another big bonus because, you know, this could also be switched and used upon with a different character. So this thing, again, as you can see here, fully sealed still. Awesome. We're going to go ahead and take this out and just look at it really quick, and then we'll call it. What I'll show you, though, is... oh, man, this might be harder than I thought because... Actually, no, this should be fine. There we go. I was going to say, yeah, so I definitely have an idea of where I'm going to, you know, use this with. Again, it is a... Oh my gosh, this thing is not coming out. This has to be cut, guys. 1 second. So anyways, like I was saying, really cool to have a creature from the Star Wars universe. They also did like the fish, the scary fish thing. There you go. That should do it. They did like the scary fish, and as I mentioned before, I would possibly be interested in getting a Rancor soon. I didn't get the HasLab one, unfortunately, a little pricey, but we'll see if that becomes something in the future. But there we go. Wow, look at that. So really cool. You know, I like dragons and stuff like that. Obviously, this looks like some kind of like, you know, animal playset, you know, creature, Jurassic Park, whatever. But again, it belongs uniquely to the world of Star Wars, which makes it, you know, that much more special. The only thing is, I feel like, you know, the eyes, I've seen another toy. There actually is, for those of you who don't get your hands on this, you can buy the, something like, I think it's the Action Fleet or Mission Fleet or something like that. The other Hasbro line that's definitely aimed for kids with like really small figures and like kind of like squished down vehicles. But they do make an Obi-Wan with this animal. And again, kind of has the same cartoony eyes. I think in the, I have to double check now, I think in the Obi-Wan, it has like larger pupils, almost like an anime character. But either way, the sculpt is lovely. Everything, as you can see, is attached, you know, or molded into the body. Has nice detailing, just right amount of like gradients here, some of that spots. You know, again, they colored it and molded like the straps. But again, this is cool. This is just regular plastic. But as you can see, it does twist here. So you'll be able to either, I guess, bring it back. Let's see. Okay, so you could do it like this, right? And then the character, you can bring it down a little bit more and put it in their hand. So they can hold it like this, perfect. And then of course you can bring it back down, and then they can like walk it like they did before. And yeah, so it does have a little bit of articulation here. Something like, you know, the Battle Cat on Motu, the original Battle Cat. You're not going to really get a lot of like bends in the ankles or the knees, but you can still possibly like make it look like it's walking. You know, just a few different positions you can do or something like that. So yeah, we'll have fun with it for sure. And finally, we'll just take a look at Qui-Gon. Again, this is great too. It comes with a lightsaber. Wow. Let's take a look at the lightsaber, which again, I also got another one in the Naboo, which is also all black, which is I think the same exact model. This one just has the silver accent and that silver attached piece to make it more of Qui-Gon. In the Naboo, you get just like the black casing for it, but no red button. But really nice lightsaber. Have the Qui-Gon lightsaber in the collection and then use it for other Jedis. Ultimately, though, it's still nice to have this Qui-Gon. Hey, you know what? If I ever want to get a few, you know, Attack of the Clones or, you know, Jedi from the earlier Old Republic, well, guess what? Here's a Qui-Gon. It's similar to the vintage style already. Look at that. It has good articulation in here. Wow, this is basically like a vintage collection Star Wars. Yeah, in a 3.75 inch line. So let's see. I don't want to break. So you got to be careful. You don't want to snap this off because I think it's just a very thin thread holding the poncho down. He still has the plastic. Oh wow, look at this. This plastic has started to like almost melt into it. That's how old this is. Yeah, look at that. So definitely good to unbox it here. You guys are seeing firsthand the effects of retro. So that was actually okay. But still, yeah, there's a little bit of cloth in there. So if you're gonna take this off, I guess be careful. I don't know, maybe it's a little bit more harder than I thought. You might have to like pop the head off. Which again also looks like it has a piece of plastic there. I'll have to get that out with my tweezer later. But all in all though, it looks really good. He has a mixture too of the soft textile here. This is actually really good. You know what? I didn't get to see this up close, but now I'm like, this is a really, really good Qui-Gon. I like how it does resemble Liam Neeson, but at the same time, it looks like a unique figure. You know, for me, I prefer having either lesser known actors, which, you know, technically or arguably this guy was, you know, it wasn't until he got popular like in Taken and stuff like that, where he really exploded into the Western movie stratosphere, I guess you could say. But still very cool. Again, Qui-Gon's not a bad character, and I can always use another Jedi, so I'm actually really happy that I got this. So there you guys go. That is the Qui-Gon Jinn and Eopie set. And there it is, in case I don't keep this box. It's a simple plain box, as you can see, but for historical purposes, there you guys go. This is exactly what it looks like when you unbox it. And again, this was an exclusive mail-away promotional item. Maybe I'll put some more details as I find out about it at the bottom. So either way, it looks really good. It can be used with Qui-Gon, and it can also be used with our good old pal, Obi-Wan Kenobi. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Don't forget, keep your face safe, prayer, spread that love, be positive, be thankful. We'll be coming back at you. Peace.